It's
Football game today.
Yeah, we have Bills football here today, and I already did my part today. We're gonna see if the Derek jinx can continue to make me look foolish. Picked against the Bills for breakfast with the Bills today.
And has that been something you've been making a living off of?
No.
Or the Bills been making a living off of it?
Last week, yes. I also have been refusing to do predictions because I know that I have a tendency to not pick the right things. But now I'm going to try to use these powers for good.
Okay, well, let's hope you do. Let's get connected with our fans. It's powered by Verizon. Get to your local Verizon store to check out the latest deals. Let's go to Corey in Rochester, who's been waiting patiently. Corey, good morning. You're on Countdown to Kickoff.
All right, guys. Good morning. I'd like to talk about today's game a little bit in the division in the next 4 weeks for both these teams. And here's my predictions. I know New England's coming off of a bye, and I've been saying this since their bye. I do think they're going to slip a little bit. I do think what's going to happen is I think they're going to drop today to Buffalo, get blown out at Baltimore next week, beat the Jets, and then lose to Miami. Buffalo on the other side. I'm thinking this. They're going to win out. They're going to beat New England today in a tight battle, beat Cleveland next week, beat Philadelphia, who's been struggling a lot, and then beat the Jets at the end. We obviously know the Jets and the Dolphins, I don't think are going to make the postseason this year. And we know the Jets' playoff drought reached 15 years last week when they were officially eliminated after that loss to the Dolphins. And we don't really know what the quarterback situation with the Jets is going in the next year, but this is really something. But meanwhile, with the Bills and the Patriots today, I think you need to get the Drake May a little more. Try to force some turnovers on that defense. Buffalo cannot play sloppy like they did Week 5 on Sunday night against New England, having the 3 turnovers. You need to try to limit the turnovers today, get Josh Allen involved more, get the receivers and the running backs and the tight ends involved more. Today is going to be revolved more on an everybody eats offense, guys.
Thanks, Corey. Appreciate it, buddy. Yeah, and listen, I mean, you go back to that Week 5 game, and it was kind of Dalton Kincaid's coming out party this year. I think he goes 6 for 105 in that game. Really, the Patriots had a tough time covering him. But if you go back to that game, I mean, the turnovers obviously were the difference in that game. The Bills turned the ball over 3 times. The Patriots turn over once, and the Bills lose the game. But it was kind of when and where those turnovers happened. Keon Coleman's fumble was tough. The interception from Josh Allen, I mean, they were driving down the field. So it wasn't just the fact that the Bills had 3 turnovers. They were like very costly moments of the game and in areas of the field you can't really afford to turn the football over. I mean, Keon Coleman's fumble happens at like the 25-yard line and gives the Patriots great field position. So
they only get a field goal, as a matter of fact.
They only get a field goal. And I think, too, a little bit of that today is, talking about their red zone struggles, the Patriots, that is, 27th in red zone EPA and 25th in red zone touchdown percentage. That's an area of the field that I think the Bills are going to have to hammer down and force field goals in this game like they did in their Week 5 matchup. But, yeah, you mentioned something, too, there on the last call there, and I do agree, though, that they need a boundary receiver to step up. And, Josh Palmer is looking like he'll be back in the lineup today. He's listed as questionable with an ankle injury, so we'll see if he ends up suiting up. But he's the guy I'm kind of looking at for this stretch run. We'll see. I don't know really what they have in Brandin Cooks, Derek. I'm not sure if there's still a number 2 receiver in there. But, so far, I mean, he's got like 3 targets in his first 2 games, 1 catch, and a pass interference, drawn against. I guess we'll give that to him and put that in his stat sheet. But they need a boundary receiver very badly here to step up over here over the stretch of these next couple of regular season games and into the playoffs. Because I think if they become a team that's only relying on their running backs and tight ends in the pass game, they're going to become easier and easier to defend over these next couple of weeks. So for me, whether it's Josh Palmer, I still I'm kind of hammering the table that I think they need to give Tyrell Shavers more chances in the pass game. And that is more of a Josh Allen thing than I think even a Joe Brady thing, because right now Tyrell Shavers last week was leading the team in snap count at the wide receiver position. I think that will probably be Josh Palmer when he's back, if he's back in the lineup. But Tyrell Shavers, Josh Palmer, Brandin Cooks, one of those three guys, and I know I'm leaving out Keon Coleman, but I think I have kind of just at this point, they're using him less and less, and it's harder and harder to count on him. So one of these boundary receivers, it would be great if two did, but one of them has to step up if the Bills are going to sort of refine balance in their offense, especially in the pass game.
The thing is that if you're counting on a boundary receiver within this offense's structure, don't. There could be like the occasional good game from one of them, but I'm not really depending on the boundary receivers here because the offense doesn't predicate it. The offense does not, under Joe Brady, have a great influence for the receivers on the outside. Khalil Shakir, the bubble screens, we know how frustrating those are, but then we see Shakir shake loose against Cincinnati, and he gets that touchdown on a really nice play. Disgusting throw by Allen.
Yeah.
Just as awesome of a catch from Shakir as he turns around, the ball's already on its way. And to make that catch within a three-man window like that, beautiful stuff. So it's Shakir, and I think that I would like to see him used more down the field, utilizing the slot, not just being the bubble screen merchant that Brady keeps calling for. And again, if you're relying on a boundary receiver this year, I'm going to try to help you stay sane and say don't. It's okay. It's what they are right now. And for the rest of the year, we're just going to have to grit our teeth and deal with it.
I think to me, though, a receiver stepping up may not necessarily be a statistical thing you point to, but I think a receiver that can consistently create separation on the boundary, even if it means they're not going to him. And what I kind of think about, and I brought this up to Jeremy last hour when we were talking about this, but Mecole Hardman, in that game that he played, they take a deep shot to him early in the game, and I thought it opened up the middle of the field. He didn't make the catch. But if they can have someone in the lineup that can do that for the Bills offensively, that opens up the middle of the field, that opens up the intermediate passing game, because there's a threat over the top, even if they can't complete a pass to him. Just having someone out there that can stretch a defense and create separation. I don't think I need to see Josh Palmer go 8 for 98 today. But if they can find someone that can more consistently separate and give Josh Allen another answer in this passing game, I think that's really what I'm looking for. I don't think that the wide receiver exists on this roster that's capable of each week doing what Tyrell Shavers did against Tampa. But I'd like to see if Tyrell Shavers can do more of that. And I've been disappointed that since then, he's had one target since the Bucs game, but playing a lot of snaps, doing the dirty work. So, if there's a guy that's earned it on this roster, I feel like it's him.
I think so, but also it has to come with the opportunity. If New England is susceptible to giving up the deep pass, they're not. They've got some really good corners out there.
That's why Kincaid went off in the first game. I kind of think this is a good matchup, the Bills' offense versus their defense, because the Bills don't care if you shut down their boundary guys. And they kind of get shut down every week.
Yeah, and again, boundary receivers.
So it's almost like you're taking out Christian Gonzalez out of the game. Because, okay, go ahead, cover our number one receiver.
Good.
Ooh, we might not even target Christian Gonzalez in this game.
And it's perfect, like you just said, because New England's run defense has also become more susceptible. I know it's not flashy. We're talking about receivers to start this thing, and here I am going, no, run the football.
Run game.
No, ready? Run the damn ball.
Yeah.
Run the damn ball today because, A, you didn't do too well with it the last time in week 5, and B, more importantly, they've been more susceptible to the run with Milton Williams out. He's not in for this game. Big deal. And that comes right in time for the Bills' buzzsaw of a run offense. I am at the point of the season. I do not care how it happens. Go win the games. Look cool doing it. I don't care how you look cool doing it.